Madam Speaker. Privilege of the floor.
Granted.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just in contention to what we're doing here today, the bills that we are hearing were the ones that were rushed through. Some of the ones that we aren't hearing, we've known for months and years, actually. So we didn't need a motion to suspend rules. We could have acted before it happened. HB 245, we've had in different versions for 4 years. What we just didn't suspend rules for to vote on was the senior property tax credit, which we've had since my existence in this building, because the year before I was elected, that's when we had a bad budget year and we all had to figure out how to make it work. So we got it back to the 500 eventually a couple years ago. This was to raise it to 1,000. It's something that seniors would have felt immediately, okay? And let me just start off by saying, I don't blame anybody in this room. I think everybody's doing a good job, and I know the temperature's high right now. So I just want to say that publicly for the record. I think everybody has your constituents in the best frame of mind here. But we also have a report on our desk back from the era of Governor Ruth Ann Minner that shows exactly how property reassessment should have been done, and it wasn't. And Kent and Sussex County did do it correctly. But a lot of the things you're talking about, solving the problem, I mean, let's be real, that's a political theater comment. That is not real. We are not going to solve the problem because until there's school funding reform, we're still kicking the can down the road every 5 years as we now continue to do the referendums, have this many school districts that overlap into different counties on top of an antiquated funding formula that has been around for over 80 years. I don't know about you, but my kids have definitely changed in the last 3 years, let alone the last 80 years on how we educate them. So while I appreciate what you're saying, the process is important. And while these are trying times, we had the ability to do some of these bills beforehand. To say that we didn't have the opportunity to and we're going to solve the problem now is false. I appreciate that Representative Bush didn't even stand up and object to me trying to suspend rules for his bill, because it's something he and I have worked on together forever. And regardless of how you voted, you know it's the right thing to do. But because I did it, I understand you can't do it. But at the end of the day, and if you really want to get all stakeholders involved, if anyone's ever been to an escape room, right? My son's really into it now that he's 14. We would all get in a room between now and January, and we would come out with a new funding formula. We would come out with school district consolidation. We would come out with other ideas on how to then solve this problem, because all it did was open up the real problem. The leadership of Newcastle County in the past, the failed leadership, is why we're actually here today, because they kicked the can down the road. So now we have over 5,200 appeals in Newcastle County for people that are going to pay the tax from the appeal that they won't hear before the money's due. So if we really wanted to do it correctly, what we would do is say, Newcastle County, go back to the old tax code from last year, admit fault, and redo it. The public isn't looking like we're magicians and we're going to solve the problem. They're looking for somebody to admit they're wrong. To me, it's our former governor, who was our former county executive. But that's just one man's opinion. Thank you. Sure, current, past, whatever. Thank you.